It's just a huge need in our culture at large to have someone that you can see in a confidential setting, someone that you can build a therapeutic relationship with that you trust and that you can confide in.
Someone who has been trained in the art of listening, in the art of helping people to think through what they're thinking and why they're thinking it, and what they're feeling and why they're feeling it, and then how to move towards some sort of resolution and solving of that problem. That's essentially what counseling is.
The gospel, if it doesn't speak into some of those deepest fears and questions that you have, then what's the point of it, you know? So if that's true, if Jesus answers those questions, how does he do that?
You're trying to meet people where they are and be, like Dan Zink says, be a non-anxious presence in the midst of people's hurt.
The MAC program was intended to be a counseling program that is set up within the theological framework of the seminary. Within that, it was developed to enable people to become licensed professional counselors.
What Covenant really offers is this wonderful mix of really solid counseling training that can be transferred anywhere, undergirded with really solid biblical theology, and a really, really important opportunity to make really strong relationships with people.
The internship is the most important part of the program because it's there that you really, the rubber meets the road, as it were. You've done a year, 2 years of theories in class, and that's all well and good. But the internship is like an apprenticeship, or it's like going to medical school, and you see patients, you see clients, and then you come back and talk to your professor about it.
It's really scary the first time you get left in a room with a client, and you think you're supposed to know what to do with them. But to have someone supervising you in that and to help you walk through that, I think is really important.
Training professionally is absolutely imperative to promote greater healing across the board. So whether a counselor trained at Covenant Theological Seminary is working in the world in a secular context or in the church, the standard of care should be the same.
You're prepared as a professional to work anywhere with a solid foundation in theology. They prepare you to understand your part in God's redemptive story, but at the same time to be able to understand mental illness and psychological matters in science to a degree that you're able to compete with anyone from a secular university because you're at the same level as they are.
The Bible is the lens through which we view the world, through which we view all the theories in secular psychology. And so we evaluate the truth or falsehood of those theories through that lens. And part of our task is helping the students to discern that. We grow most in the context of relationships, not just classrooms and online learning, but face-to-face, flesh and blood relationships.
It lends itself to very deep and intimate relationships that are just take longer in the regular context of life, and those definitely are some of our closest friends and always will be, I think.
There's a camaraderie, a brotherhood, and even the guys that have graduated, like, they're still my close friends, and I still talk with them, like guy in Iowa, guy in Wisconsin, guy in LA, guy in Arkansas. Like, those are my guys.
I feel like I don't always have to know the right answers. I can ask for help.
I remember telling my wife, I really feel safe here. It felt like home.
What I'm thinking in terms of the interns all the time is to love them well, to offer to them all that I have as a resource.
I am trying to give them a relationship which in some ways parallels what they are giving to their clients in counseling. They may have never sat with a man my age who really wants to listen to them and understand them. They may have always been criticized or shamed. So this may be a new experience for the intern as well that can be very healing.
And he would say things that were so penetrating to me that I got so mad at him, and I'd yell at him and things like this. But Dr. Winter would just sit there, and he would listen to me, and he would say the truth. And in a lot of ways, it set me free from a lot of the things that I was bound by. And if I can be that same presence to people too, that I'm telling them the truth, I don't have to be angry at them, I don't have to hate them, but just because I actually love them, they might actually be set free by the gospel as well.
It's wonderful to see them see fruit from their own labors of going into the room and coming into thinking, I can't do this, and to encourage them to hang in there and to trust God in the process. And just a few months later for them to go, I absolutely love this. The new heavens and the new earth, we won't need counselors. When God has redeemed all things and fulfilled all things, no more weeping, no more mourning. He will wipe every tear away.
I think every year when we get to graduation, I have this sense of fondness and love for my group, my internship group, and I think each of the counseling professors feels this. And we've adopted this little family for a year. We've fostered this little family of interns for the year, and seen them grow and develop and mature. And now as they go out through graduation and into the world and into careers, there's that sense of pride in their accomplishments and who they are as people. And then I really enjoy meeting them a year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years later and seeing what they are doing. And I'm always amazed and filled with thankfulness that they're still on track, they're still doing counseling, they're still walking close with God. And that brings a lot of joy, a lot of satisfaction.